Right, here we go. Oh, look at that. We are a sexy, sexy beast. Not really, though.
Good day, Chief Executive. I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence. Corporate headquarters recently activated me so that I may serve as your assistant in our continuing mission to seek new interstellar markets.
Okay.
Very well. I will provide tips explaining only basic functions and tools as you explore them.
Okay, so
This
first
is our
thing...
science ship, which...
That's not a tip. Right, first thing we want to do is survey our home system, which is quite large, actually. Holy crap. Omicron Persei 8, or Omicron Persei, quite a big system. Ah, yes, warp travel is the method in Mu 1 and 2. So, our ships start with the slightly higher military power just because of the weapons that we chose.
This is our homeworld, and here we see a visual representing.
So this is how you look at your planet. Each one of these tiles can house a single population, and each one of the tiles can hold a building as well. These ones here that are yellowed off, they need clearing before you can use them. So we want to get set up building some buildings.
Some buildings may cause adjacency.
We'll have a basic science lab there. Our science ship is going to be surveying the system, and that's pretty much it. And then we unpause and we're ready to go. So we'll take a quick look about. So this is the size of the galaxy that we're in. Quite decent sized. And this is Omicron Persei. So our ship's going to survey around. We've got a construction ship as well. They can build various things. Normally just mining stuff around moons and planets, but of which we have a lot. So that's an asteroid. That's molten. Barren. First thing we're going to do is build a second...
We have found an anomaly.
Ooh.
From time to time, our science ships will discover strange anomalies found.
We found an anomaly. We can either leave it alone, change which scientist is going to try and research it, or research it. There's a 0% chance to fail, so we're just going to straight up research it.
The technology screen is where we will be directing our research efforts.
I forgot that we hadn't actually started researching anything. So, our physics research is going to be... That's pretty good. Extra survey speed. You'd end up doing a lot of surveying. And then solar... The way that technologies work is it's not a technology tree. It's like a deck of cards. So what happens is I'll pick one out of these three. The other two will go back into what you would call as the draw deck. Then it gets shuffled, and then when you finish, you draw 3 more. Can't see my hands doing all these dealing actions. So basically, I'll pick one out of these 3. The other 2 will go back into the pack, and then they'll get shuffled, and they might get drawn later. It's weighted though. It's not completely random. It is weighted, meaning. Sorry, I just was looking at these and thinking these things are fucking terrible. It is weighted though, so certain things will come out around about the same time. Like, it's not gonna, like Physics Lab 1, if I don't pick that, it's not gonna come back again till the end of the game. The lower down technologies get higher and higher chances of coming out the longer the game goes on. I know solar panel networks are good, because you can build those at the space station, but gravitic sensors are probably gonna be the best thing for now. As it increases research speed, surveying speed. Biolab's handy. That's handy. Genome mapping. Extra food. And that's a colony ship. Now this is really good, genome mapping, because for the extra food, but colony ship I've seen not... like in my last game I didn't get colony ship for sort of 8 to 10 years, so I'm going to research it immediately. First thing we're going to do here as well is unlock... engineering facilities really good. No, it's not. We're going to get some armor, and away we go. We are now going to go ahead.
The tab is where we view orbiting fleets, build new ships, and upgrade the station itself.
Yeah, I got you. Right, we're going to build a new science ship, because there's stuff to be done. You see, our science production isn't fantastic right now, which is why these things are going to take like two or more years to get done. Outside the flag's not what you would call pretty. That was the idea. You got to make it look fairly disgusting.
Hostile fleet detected.
Really?
These are unknown spacefaring entities. We can learn more about them and maybe even initiate first contact by completing the appropriate special.
Probably just space amoebas. You get a decent amount of space amoebas in this game. Good afternoon to YouTube chat. Sorry if I don't pay too much attention to the YouTube chat. The anomaly we detected on something unveils something astonishing. The moon is surrounded by a trail, undoubtedly produced by FTL engines. We're unable to trace it to its origin due to it being generated long ago. We should continue to investigate these sorts of anomalies whenever we get the chance. Most surely grant us more knowledge and technology. Okay. So over here on the right that's our planets, then our fleets and civilian ships under that. So we've built a new science ship. What we need to do now is hire a scientist to go into it. So we head into our Empire screen, head to leaders, and then we will recruit a scientist. Now to recruit scientists you need to spend influence. You gain influence just at a base. Being a rival with someone will also generate influence, so it's a finite resource. I'm going to take this guy because he's got the same anomaly research speed, but he's younger. And then we take our ship, we assign our leader to it, and then this guy can go survey that system, and that's what we want to do. So this dotted yellow line is our warp range. This bluey-green dotted yellow line is our sensor range. So anything crossing within this sensor range, we will detect it. Alright, let's unpause again. And away we go. You can't rename characters. They don't sound very Omicronian. Oh, you can rename pretty much everything. If I wanted to rename... Oh, in fact, yeah. The Commonwealth of Kwak is abuzz with news of alien remains studied at ABV Gigawalis. Oh, by the ABV Gigals. Oh, whatever. Jeez, I'm not going to try and pronounce these things. The fucking mollusks. Considered blah, 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 blah. Yes, you can rename pretty much everything in this game. It's funny that Omicron Persei I-8 is actually the closest body to the star in this system. So we're not finding much in our home system. We found an anomaly, but what you want to do is send the survey ship around, because oftentimes these moons and worlds will have resources on that you can exploit. You can build mining stations and the such there, but it seems like there's nothing really here yet. I should point out the way that colonizing works is obviously we are suited to live on ocean worlds.
Construction
and
complete.
Every step away from ocean we get becomes more difficult to live. Alright, you built your surface thing, which was a science lab. You should probably get a hydroponics farm. Now, you got to watch your credits at the beginning, because you don't make very much very quickly, and you're going to want to build some mining stations. Although, again, still no resources in our home system. This guy's happily scanning away over there. You do tend to run into people fairly quickly in this, and normally the first person you encounter wants to declare you as a rival immediately, because you know they're assholes. Don't do a poll naming a ship, it'll end up as Boaty McBoatface. That's true. Yeah, it plays in real time. I mean, you can see in the top right-hand corner it's at normal speed right now. You can also go fast and fastest. And you can also go slow, slowest. And then you can also pause anytime you like as well. Oh, there we go. So this is worth 2 engineering research if we build a station here. You can see if you click on your constructor ship, right click there, we can build a research station, but
Anomaly found.
we don't have any cash. Right, this guy's found an anomaly. It's 35% chance of failure. What we're going to do is we're going to leave it alone for now and then go back to it once he's finished surveying the whole system. He might have leveled up to level 2. So he's found stuff. He can mine energy credits, basically. But I suppose you don't mine them, you collect energy credits. It's like energy. But to build things in a system that you don't have a colony in, you need to build a frontier settlement, a frontier station there. And that kind of just lays claim to it. Oh, look at this. An ocean world and a Gaia world. Well, this is... wow, that's big as well. Yeah, these are getting colonized as soon as possible. When is our colony ship finished? 39 months for a colony ship. Now, early expansion is good in this game, but it's not as handy as it is in other games. Yeah, there we go. That guy's leveled up. Just because it costs you a lot of resources and a lot of time to colonize a world. Like, while you're colonizing the world, you have something like -8 to your energy credits, which is pretty bad. Right, you are going to spend our remaining minerals building a mining station to get more minerals. See the circular logic of that? So early part of the game is definitely a lot of just chilling out, waiting around, and seeing what you can, seeing what gets thrown your way.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Right, that second system's been surveyed, so we take our guy back, and we'll see if he goes and researches this this anomaly. Playful ruins, impressive structures lit a small area on the surface, practically begging for some archaeological work. Now you can get critical failures while you're exploring, and it can lead to ships being destroyed. Ah, here we go. A lot more minerals opening up. The only downside is these stations require energy credits to be maintained. So while energy credits are kind of like a currency, it's not one that you're going to ever really have a huge stockpile in. It's one that you want to kind of balance. You want to have some kind of stockpile, but then you want to kind of try and keep it balanced. Yes, the ship designer is actually pretty cool.
Within our empire.
If you have a look, we've got our Corvette here. You get different modules, which you can drag in. You have different weapons, but not just the different weapons.
Complete.
You can use different cores. So at the moment I'm using what's called a striker core, which is 1 small, 1 medium weapon. You could also have an interceptor, which is 3 small, or a shifter, which is 1 small, but then you get more utility slots. Now, I'm thinking that having 3 small is better than having a small and a medium. Now we need... Right, now... These need upgrading.
To protect our emerging empire from threats, or to expand our glorious rule through...
And have you finished? I think you've finished.
Situation log updated.
Alpha aliens. Okay. We found aliens. They're over here. Now you
The
get
situation log displays a list of all currently
you get to
available
investigate
special
them, but it's
projects and
society
various other
research, so it would stop us researching colony ship, and I kind of want to research colony ship as quickly as possible, so we'll leave this for later, because it's not super important right now, and we will send our science ship down here to survey this system. This science ship will send over there. I might as well just send them there then instead.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Alright, so we've upgraded our ships. Apparently we've got the same military powers, so it may not. I may have done the maths badly, but it looked like the 3 small had a better damage spread than having 1 small, 1 medium. No, you're right. Well, every time you detect an alien race, before you investigate them, they're just called Alpha, Beta, Gamma, whatever. It just goes through the Greek alphabet, basically, until you've actually investigated them and made contact. So you see, we're getting quite low on energy credits now. That's probably because of our buildings down on the ground of Omicron Persei I-8. We need some more energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this tile. Once it's clear, we'll build a power plant on there and we'll move some population in. Now we're generating a population here for 1 mineral, but we can move it there and we'll be producing more energy credits, because we're going to need those if we're going to continue building mining stations, which we definitely want. We're going to go ahead and increase the speed a little bit as well, because the early part of the game is definitely a lot of just waiting around. Here we go, we'll get a mining station.
Construction
What was
complete.
that? Leaders gained a level. So our science ship has gained a level. In Oakham Fung. So there are 2 types of systems that you want to try and hang on to. Ones that have got habitable worlds, which is that one, and ones that have got a lot of resources. Any system that's got a lot of resources, you're going to want to build a frontier station there. And obviously ones with habitable worlds, you're going to want to go and colonize.
System survey complete.
So there's really not much there at all. Want to kind of just survey out in a circle. But as soon as we can build a colony ship, we're going to go ahead and build a colony ship. Because that's going to I mean, colony ship being our first research is going to help us out.
Updated.
Encounter, here we go, beta aliens.
Evading hostile fleet.
And our science ships are set to evade, so they count any fleet as hostile. If we haven't, well, that looked like a space monster. So, I guess we'll be investigating somewhere else until we can send our fleet down there. Now, they were about 150 fleet strength. I think our fleet's only about 75, was it? You can tell very easily on this screen here what resources you're getting and what are still to get. Just nice and handy. Combat's not really tactical, no. You kind of just mash a big stack of ships against each other until somebody wins. Now, it's tactical in the sort of rock, paper, scissors sense of tactical. Like, I came up against a fleet which was comparable in strength. I had about 800. I had about 600. They had about 800 fleet strength, but they were using nothing but nuclear missiles, and I had point defense, so I basically wiped them out without losing a ship. So it's tactical in the rock, paper, scissors sense of setting up your ships before going to war, but other than that, no. Once the ships are engaged, it's basically just sit and pray. Morning, Jäger Schnitzel.
Situation log updated. Anomaly found.
Found an anomaly. What's this one? Our survey uncovered
System survey
something
complete.
that can only be described by the science team as mystical. We would need to investigate the phenomenon in more detail to unshroud this mystery, but it's an 80% failure chance, so we'll leave it be for now until they're a little more skilled in the sciencey arts. Alright.
Anomaly found.
45% failure chance. We have found something. Further investigation is warranted. That's better than 50-50, so let's give that a look. "15 months on our colony ship." You can see all of the things that you haven't finished yet are put in here in your situational log. It's basically like a journal. Right, that ship isn't really doing anything yet, so let's go survey that system. There is a little bit of resources there. No, I wouldn't really class it as enough to build a frontier station unless we get desperate. There are only so many frontier stations you can maintain because of your influence. Does the AI conduct research on anomalies? Yes, but that doesn't take away your research. So just because they've researched it doesn't mean that you lose the opportunity to research it. If you know what I mean.
Hostile fleet.
What's that? Deep within a crevice in the giant asteroid, we have found something astonishing. There is a mining gear attached to the rock, digging itself into the vast depth of the asteroid. It stands abandoned with no sign of who placed it there. If we can stop the machine, we might be able to learn something about the technology used to build it. Must hurry before random debris crushes it. Yeah, let's
Situation log updated.
Oh, there's a hostile fleet up here as well. So you will be evading, yep. And then you're going to head over there.
Evading hostile fleet. System survey complete.
Wow, that was quick. Now what tends to happen is you tend to get penned in by hostile fleets eventually. And you kind of have to send your fleet out to try and clear them out.
Research complete.
Ah, there we go. Gravitic sensors are done. Now we get... That's basically a module for our ship. That increases our research speed. And that gives us a power hub. I think we're going to go with... Oh, that's really handy though, the power hub. It's a building you can build, although we're not in a position to really build it yet, so we're going to go with that.
Outdated.
Don't like the way the voice
Evading
talks
hostile
over
fleet.
itself a lot of the time. So we could actually do with pausing, heading into the ship designer, getting our science ship and putting level 2 stuff on it. Level 2 sensors, saving that, say yes, then what you do is you click your ship and there's this little upgrade button here, hit that. And they'll head home and upgrade them, get themselves upgraded. It's nice that you don't have to physically direct them home. You can just click one button and they head... Well, it's not that they head home, they head to the nearest starbase to be upgraded. What's that? Everything seems hostile. I think a lot of the races that you meet, your science ships takes them as being hostile, even if they're not. So even if they wouldn't be attacked by them, they treat them as hostile. Just it's the sort of the better safe than sorry method. Right, we're losing energy. Well, not losing, but we're all square on energy credits now. So what we're going to do, we're going to build power plant, move you in here. And there we go, we're right back on top. Where is our construction ship? Like you, build a research station when you can. And we're producing a lot of minerals here. That is a lot, but It's not quite enough. Might want to put a frontier station there. 2 minerals, 4 energy, and 2 society science. It's not great, but I haven't really got any better offers just yet. Well, it's not that he is. You can set the fleet behaviour. So they're set on evade right now. Whereas the... you can change it in fleet stance. Passive, evasive. So if you set it on passive, they'll just won't attack anybody, but they'll fly around.
Upgraded. Construction complete.
But the problem with that is, if the thing does indeed end up being hostile, you'll end up just getting blown up. So it is just safer to have it as evasive. How are we doing on colony ships? 7 months to go with that. Now, you don't want to get too attached to your society research, because most of these jobs that go in here are society. Except that's engineering. What are we researching there? Armour. Well, that's time sensitive. Yeah, let's... Has 1 construction ship in orbit. Okay, so we're going to have to get our construction ship. Track that on the map. It's there. Now, construction ship, after doing that, you're going to move here and research the project, because it's time sensitive. If you hold shift, you can queue up orders just like any strategy style game. Right, you are being upgraded. Are you, or have you been? I can't see. Oh no, it's not even arrived at the starbase yet. Okay. Oh, fledgling. By the way, Marks, I don't know if you heard Elite Dangerous Engineers beta launches today. I'm guessing after 6. Alright, cool. I might jump back in next week. What's the cliff notes on it? On the update?
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Ah, right, that's the one that's really, really hard as well, isn't it? Right, well... let's try and get it done anyway. Ship. You go survey that.
Construction complete.
What's built? Surface construction finished. Ah, yes, the energy. So we're flush with energy now, which is nice. Population's taking a while to grow. You can see here how long it's going to take for your population to grow. We're producing 3 spare food, which means we're growing at a rate of 2.4% per month. I think this is the thing that's incredibly dangerous, so I hope my construction ship doesn't get totally blasted apart here.
Anomaly found.
22% failure rate. Colossal impact crater. Hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hang on, I thought I was getting extra research out of this. Oh, I am. I don't know why that isn't showing up. Normally when you... oh, it is. I'm just being dumb. Okay. We could not stop the rampaging drill before it was too late. It dug too deep and was eventually crushed under the weight of rocky detritus of its own creation. Nah, unfortunate. Oh, well. I guess that was a fail. Because I think we got there in time. 1 month left for our colony ship. And then after that, we're going to research some of these aliens. Because what happens is the little symbol there tells you what kind of research it is, and it actually pulls the scientist out of doing Empire research to do it.
Research complete.
Surveying. Oh yeah, there's a... oh no, you're doing that anomaly, aren't you? Right, what's this? Frontier Clinic. Monthly influence, propaganda broadcasts, that's handy, an extra bit of influence, but you'll find you don't really spend influence very often at all. It's hiring new leaders when old ones die and building frontier stations, which is about it. That's handy. Oh, and you can issue government edicts with it, which can tend to be handy. Like if we show you here,
These are planet-specific edicts,
Yeah,
practices that can be temporarily enforced by spending some of our influence. Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
large mineral-rich asteroid collided with Nitris 1 at some point during the previous 1,000 years in what must have been a major impact event. An abundance of minerals can now be found on the planet in the vicinity of the impact crater. Awesome. So that's up here. Yeah, awesome. 3 minerals. Cool. Oh, is there a decent planet there as well? An ocean world. Oh, that's barren. It looked habitable.